welcome to the Institute.
Hey
Nice to see you,
Howard,
mate.
how you doing? Oh, we can see
I'm doing really
you
well.
see your Stephen King's right there.
Yeah, I'm a big King fan. Yes, I mean the show's fantastic. First of all, congratulations on that. I loved it.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to ask you a question to Joe. I mean, congratulations, a fantastic role. I mean, it's
Thank you.
like the first major role that you've done in front of a camera. So I mean, that must be huge for you. But I mean, I'm quite curious. The creators, I saw an interview when they were in London at South by Southwest at the London Festival, and they were like they were kind of worried that they wouldn't look out and find the perfect character that kind of came with the complete package, you know, for
Mm.
Luke. So I'm quite curious what you kind of went with and what you think they saw that they finally went with you in the end.
I don't because I think a lot of it in this day and age is the look, and if you've got if you've got the right look that they're after, then you're in with a better chance. But I think it was because my initial tape, I sent it to my agent, and she said we're not sending that.
Really?
Yeah, so I went back the following day and uh, aged him down a bit more.
Right.
I don't know what it what I don't know what it was. I think you'd have to ask Jack and
Sure.
Ben. But
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Congratulations for being here.
My parents? Do they know where I am? Are they alive?
Of course. We're not monsters.
And the same interviews when you were at the festival, you mentioned kind of like that this series really kind of telepathy represents kind of communication, and telekinesis kind of represents this untapped power that we find within ourselves. So
Mm.
I'm quite curious because I don't want to spoil the plot. So I'm quite curious what you discovered about yourself in terms of kind of communication, maybe untapped powers that you found in yourself from portraying this character in this
Yeah,
series.
well, I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler to let people in on the fact that Tim is an everyman. He's not special. You know, Luke is the special character with the powers and the insight, and I think that Tim is trying to be a good and hopeful man in the world. And I think that that's always something that is very relatable and something that's very important to me. I think, a lot of the roles I started off playing when I was younger were about kind of being the hero, doing the right thing. And I've played obviously any good story about heroism needs a villain and a baddie, and I've played my fair share of those as well. We need those to kind of show us the light as well and the contrast. But I think for me, yeah, I think you're reminding me how important it is to sort of step up and be there for the people that you come to care about, or when you speak up when you see like injustice in the real world as well. Like Tim is a character who acts on things in a very real way. It's not about making a lot of noise or kind of standing up for things because he thinks he ought to, or it's going to be seen a certain way. I think he's just a force for good in the world, and willing to jump in and get his hands dirty and try to protect. He's fueled trying to protect people, and I think as I get older, you become someone who is more protective.
Stay away from there.
It's a research place.
There are things going on you would not believe.
There are certain parallels with the series It, especially the one that came out, one of both of them, but the one that came out, the miniseries in 1990, which kind of terrified a generation. So obviously this isn't kind of, it's more of a thriller than a horror
Yeah.
series, this one. But I'm quite curious, that one kind of terrified us for certain reasons because it explored kind of childhood and adult fear. So I'm quite curious how you think this one will have an impact on younger and older generations compared to something like It from the 90s.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, for me it was. I think I hope it's just a fun watch and it's well received. I don't think that it's scary enough to have that effect that it did. Um, Although, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's what's so brilliant about Stephen King is that you can watch it in more than one way and read it in more than one way. It's this kind of, you're rooting for these kids who are being horribly kind of traumatized and abused in this kind of institution by the powers that be, and you're willing for them to escape and to get out, and you're willing for like the adults to stand up and do something about it. and to figure out what's going on and to pull the wool away from their eyes, and also like what that represents in terms of the chaos of the world that we're in, and standing up to kind of authority that seems to eternally remain unchecked, and so maybe there was something resonant in terms of that, and you know, with where we are at in the world right now.
Brilliant. Listen, Ben and Joe, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again on the series. I can't wait for people to see it, and I hope to speak to you again sometime soon.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
All right, all the best. Cheers then. Bye now.
We only get one shot. We don't have a lot of time. We're gonna find a way to help us all.
Sometimes you win by showing you're still willing to fight.
We're gonna do more than that. We're gonna bring this whole place down.